Alright, what's going on YouTube? Forrest here, CyclicMan09. Welcome to our Fishroom update for the week. I told you guys it was coming. Today should be Saturday when this thing's going up. I'm actually doing the video late Friday night. But, you know, want to apologize. We haven't gotten a Fishroom update up in the last 3 weeks. Kind of gives you guys a little bit of anticipation, whatever. Just been a little busy on the weekends, but as always, all the fish are doing great. I've been absolutely enjoying doing my weekly series, CyclicMan09 Asks, as well as the Fast Fact videos. As a matter of fact, next week's Fast Fact video, I'll reveal it right now. We're going to do a full how-to on DIY gel foods. I said in my last video, whatever, Fast Facts, that it's a video I've done before, but I just really want to do a better job at it. Go a little bit more in depth than I did the first time, and just basically better produce a video I've already done, improve on a past performance. But excited to get that out to you guys. It's something that I have really enjoyed doing in the hobby, is making my own gel foods. It's something I feel like I'm pretty good at, so more videos on that is always fun to do. Hulk over here in the 135 is just incredible. Although, watch how angry this fish gets. Watch it. Watch how bad this gets. Watch this. Look at that. You serious? I'll be over here on this tank, you know, just doing stuff. You know, be over like this, doing crap on his tank, and just massive tail splashes everywhere. He is just the angriest, most pissed off fish I have ever seen. And it kind of gets old, honestly, because, like I said, I'll just be randomly around the tank and just big old splashes of water. Of course, splashes on the back wall over there. But wouldn't trade him for the world. He's beautiful. Brr, brr, brr. It seems like every year around winter time or so, a patch of cyanobacteria appears in my fish tank. This has seemed to, without fail, happen basically every year for the past 3 years now. I don't get it. I don't understand it. You know, I keep up with my water changes and all that kind of stuff. The great thing about me is I'm not keeping plants. I'm not, you know, doing a reef tank. So this kind of stuff doesn't really bother me. Basically what I do is I just up my water changes. It usually just disappears. I've never had a batch of cyanobacteria that stayed over an extended period of time. And the great thing now with having gravel instead of doing sand is I can actually thoroughly gravel vac that. So this stuff that's on the gravel, you can see it right there. The stuff that's on the gravel I can actually get up pretty easy, so not a big deal. But it just seems a little eerie to, you know, every year around this time. I'm not sure what it is and why it happens. And I will note that it follows, you can't see it, that light bulb right there. It seems to follow that light bulb no matter what tank I've had that on, because I've had it on this tank, I've had it on this tank, and now it's over here. It seems like everywhere that light bulb goes, and it's just an all glass aquarium, you know, big, I don't know what the crap it is. Came with a fixture I bought 2 or 3 years ago, but it seems to literally follow that light bulb. Doesn't make any sense, but it always ends up going away. The only thing that worries me with the cyanobacteria is now that I'm running sponges, I don't want something to, you know, overtake my sponge filters and maybe hurt my biological filtration. But so far so good. I actually rinsed those clean. That should be a good topic for a Fast Facts in terms of washing sponge filters and keeping those clean. I have got some good ideas in terms for Fast Facts. As far as, you know, like doing energy saving tips for the hobby. Some pretty cool stuff that I've actually been doing lately in terms of, you know, doing stuff like air system talk with the sponge filters. You guys know how I've insulated my tank, so I think we'll do a series on, you know, saving money in the hobby, and should be pretty cool. Our male Spectabilis down here is just doing absolutely ridiculous, fantastic. I love this fish so much, and he is putting on size. It's I haven't really been noticing it as much, but he's probably, I don't know, probably 7 inches now, maybe 6.5, 7 inches. This dude just scarfs down veggie krill by Southern Delight like nobody's business. Great personality on him. He's always up here begging for food. Not super skittish. When he's not begging for food, he's not necessarily out and about. But when he's hungry, he's out. But you can see him right there. He just ate probably 15 minutes ago. Absolutely gorgeous fish. Love this fish. Great pickup. TJ, if you're watching this, thanks for letting me have the opportunity to keep this fish. Absolutely stunning. Great fish. I'm going to have to take that pot out of there. A little bit too small. One tip with these pots, you see how the end is cut out right there? What that'll actually do is that'll actually wear down the trailers on your fish. So you kind of see how he's a little bit too large for that. If he's continuously going in and out of there, that could eventually wear down his trailers. And it's not, it's not a massive, huge deal, but if you want those epic show fish, those beautiful fish with the long, extensive trailers, having them go through these terracotta pots like that can definitely cause issues in terms of development. So I'll probably actually pull that out next time I do a water change. Our little F1 mags over here off Azul and Blondie are really doing very well. They've just now, within the last probably week and a half, gotten large enough to eat Southern Lights Nano Krill, which is great because now they're up front and personal. I can feed them pellets. I much prefer, I love gel foods. I love feeding whatever to fry, but in my opinion, once fry get to a certain size, I've said it before, you can't beat when they eat pellets. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of people have different opinions in terms of feeding your fish, a variety, this and that. But for me, once fry get to a certain size, my favorite thing to do is just give them pellets and pound the pellets. Not a whole lot to see with them. Moving over to the green terrors in the 75. The green terrors, whatever the heck they are, gold psalm, green terror, tomato, who cares? Still make salsa. But they've been doing great. They spawned again. I think they spawned last week. This one right here. I think I'm actually gonna just narrow it down to the pair. I can take those two out and throw them up with the Gorillas fry on my next water change. I'm actually gonna do that. Promise. I kind of want to solo those out because I think what's happening is they're spawning, and fish go to sleep and this and that. And it's really difficult when you got extra fish in the tank to ensure the egg security. So I kind of want to pull those other two fish just to make sure that test their spawn, especially because I believe this one right here is actually a male. I don't need another male, as you can see with this dude, freaking stud right here. I believe his name, correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, but wasn't it Morpheus that you said? Freaking awesome name, I love it. Stud. And his lady back there, she's just gorgeous. When she darkens up like that with that little patch on her side, sorry about the scratches in the glass. When she darkens up like that, she just looks absolutely stunning. That's a beautiful pair of fish right there. I don't care how common green terrors are in the hobby. A beautiful fish is a beautiful fish. Doesn't matter. That dude right there is going to be a stellar fish. These guys eat the small cichlid food, Southern Delight. They just pound that stuff down. I've tried to switch them to veggie krill. Not necessarily tried, but I've gave them veggie krill. They don't seem to necessarily like it. I think it's just a little bit too big for them still. Maybe not too big for the male, but as far as everybody else, small cichlid food in that 1.5 millimeter range is more than likely going to be the size that they need. Another reason I believe this is a male is because of how aggressive this guy right here has actually gotten with him. Just seems he's asserting his dominance, especially over this one fish, and I keep going back and forth. But yeah, my next water change, I'll pull these guys out. But like I said, they spawned again, so I mean twice within 2 weeks, and I'm pretty sure they spawned on the same exact day of the week that they spawned the first time, so they seem pretty regular, which means that next week I should expect another spawn if they stay consistent with the whole every 2 weeks thing. I've never had fish spawn that frequently, especially so young. That's another thing. These guys are so young, it could blow in my mind a little bit, but yeah, I think we're gonna have to either get. I think that one's definitely gonna go. It's a male. It's not a very nice fish. It might become food for Azul or something. I don't know. And there's a spare female right there. She's pretty as well. When she colors up, I see. I'm not exactly sure if he's spawned with her twice or her once and her once. I can't tell because when they color up in their breeding coloration, they look the same. Probably should have paid attention better the first time, but we'll see. Should get another spawn here soon, and you know, I'd really like to get some successful fry just because I like watching fish with fry, not because I want to make a profit or anything out of these guys, but they're fun. They're fun. Did a water change on the big system over here. I don't know, probably 60% on that tank and probably another 30%. I'm gonna alternate. I'll do like a large change on that tank, small change on that tank, large change, small change. That way I'm doing 2 days of water changes on this system. I'm trying to do 4 total days of water changes in my fish room. So like I said, I'll do a big one, a small one, a big one, a small one. And then on these tanks, I want to alternate because I want to do one like 70% change and then probably like another 30% change just because I like doing water changes. So I'll do two water changes, one on each 75. Those will be large changes. Then I'll do a small change on the 135. And then the next day when I do water changes, I'll do a large change on the 135 and then a small change on each 75. I tend to use up my hot water pretty quickly, and it ends up coming out cold if I try to do more than that. So keeping it in a manageable amount of water being used outside of taking 4 hours to do water changes, which is not a fun thing to do, especially when you got a 16-month-old kid running around grabbing all the stuff and playing with it. He's out right now sleeping, yeah, I just gotta work which days exactly I want to do that, because I was keeping, I still have my water change log that I was doing, but I wasn't keeping it consistent with each tank getting a certain change on a certain day. I can actually see myself in the reflection of the tank behind the camera. So what I'm trying to do is make it consistent and steady and even it out so that the tanks are getting consistent changes weekly. These Gorillas Blacks that I got off of TJ as well, Crimson Fog on YouTube. If you're watching this on a PC, I'll put a link up there for you guys. You guys can go subscribe to him. He's got some awesome fish. These are F2 Gorillas Blacks, umbies, and they're growing really fast. I've got some in here that are probably pushing 2.5 inches and just fattening up like crazy. These fish just scarf down the small cichlid food Southern Delight like nobody's business. But they're doing good. Like I said, did a big water change, gravel vac on this tank today. Getting some nice algae buildup on the rocks. I like that. Very natural look to it. As long as I'm not getting more cyanobacteria. And we'll finish off over here at the 225 with Azul and Blondie. And if you are friends with me on Facebook, I posted a video the other day. These two have spawned again. Look how dark he is right there. This fish is dark jet black right now. He's got some, these are borderline like gorillas coloration. Crazy, crazy, crazy. What he's doing right now is there's actually still a batch of fry in here. Brothers and sisters to that batch right there. There's still a batch of fry in here, and I've always heard, you know, that when parents spawn with an existing batch of fry, what they'll do is they'll eat the rest of the other fish in there and then spawn, you know, and let the other eggs. Basically, once those eggs go down, the old spawn become strangers and a threat to the new spawn, so they end up eating them. And this is actually the first time that I've actually witnessed something along those lines. The fry in here have tons of places to hide under the rocks and whatnot. As a matter of fact, I could probably, let's see if we can get you guys a shot. Look at this. Oh, cool shot. Check this out. As I fall on my ass. If you see that right there, all these little guys right here, those are fry from their last spawn that are absolutely terrified because the parents have decided that now that they've spawned, if any of the fry expose themselves, they are now in trouble. There's Azul right there. We'll see if we can get some underwater glass bangs action. That's pretty cool. For the record, I should have styrofoam under this tank, by the way. Don't put acrylic tanks without styrofoam. This was a mistake I made a while back that I still need to fix. Oh, we'll get out of there. But like I said, this is actually the first time I've actually witnessed behavior like that. So pretty cool stuff. You know, they covered that entire rock. I'm not sure exactly if the current batch is getting the wrigglers, because I know that fry are hatching. But you know, whatever. They seem to be doing an awesome job at dealing with both spawns at the same time and keeping those fry hidden. Azul has basically been on 24-hour watch. But look how dark he is right now. Just crazy colorations. This is easily the darkest I've ever seen this fish. And then he'll come over here and glass bang for you guys. There he is. Absolute stud. Starting to put on some serious weight. He's probably a foot long now. It's hard to compare sizes because I've got, you know, a foot long fish in here that has a completely different build, but in terms of tank size, you know, he's only got a 6-foot tank. These two have a ginormous tank for just a pair of fish their size, so it's hard to actually judge sizes, but he's got to be a foot long now. Looking crazy. You can see we got more fry back there. Just absolutely in hide mode. Got some dinner right there. He is just absolutely gorgeous. Get some side glass banging for you guys. Woo, woo, woo. Alright, and I think that's all we got for you guys today. Stay tuned next week. Of course, Cichlid Man 09 asks, as well as a fast fact video. The fast fact video, like I said, is going to be a full DIY how-to on gel fish food. Making it yourself. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy type of deal. I'm going to try and do a really good job and present that to you guys very well so that you can get a really good representation on, and hopefully somebody can watch that and go make some gel food right off the bat. Piece of cake. But other than that, you know, like I always say, if you haven't subscribed to me already, hit that subscribe button. It really means a lot, as well as that like button down there. Lets me know you like the video, of course. Of course, check out the links in the description below. Aquatic Support Systems Facebook page. There's 3 YouTube channels down there, as well as an email address to Mike and Conway over at Aquatic Support Systems if you want to get yourself some Southern Delight. Hit those guys up. They know what to do. Exclusive bulk dealers, by the way. They sell bulk. So bang for your buck. They've got it. And yeah, that's about it. Hulk wants to say goodnight to everybody. Let's see if we can get a good splash from him. See if we can get it. Come here, bud. Yeah. Just an angry son of a gun fish. And that's about it. We'll see you Monday.